Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Lulu.
We're here. We're menued.
We are at, oh yeah, I forgot I was on the menu. Sorry, I was playing around with the settings. Not exit
Music's
game.
on, effects on, voices on, stream on.
Stream is on, exactly.
Mic on.
Is my mic on? Oh god. Can you
Probably.
hear me? That
Let me check.
I usually do like a check on everything before I go live to make sure like I can hear stuff and it's picking up my mic and it's picking up if I have a guest, it's picking up their sound, etc., etc. I didn't check any of that today.
I think we're being heard. I'm being heard. You're being heard.
I see you. Yeah, I see it registering you're talking. So I'm just like, cool. As long as they can hear exception, it's fine. It's the exception show now.
Yay! Welcome to the exception show. Today we're talking about large numbers.
Oh no! Is that
this is a 3.
Is that what's your ad topic today? Have you decided?
I haven't actually decided. I've got an hour to figure it out.
Yeah, you got an hour to figure it out. But hi everybody, I am Ascella Vivace, a magical idol, here to make you smile. I am doing better than I was at the end of my stream on Monday. God.
Happens.
Oh god. That stream was like so good until like the last 4 minutes. And then it just went downhill very fast. So I was fine. I just needed a minute. I just needed a minute to recover from my own stupidity. It's fine. But we are here with more Ace Attorney. I am so excited. I love this game so much. Real quick announcement that I know it's weird to have my announcements on the screen for once, but it's there for now. No streams next week because I gotta sew. I have so much sewing to do in the next month and a half. So next week is sewing week and we'll go from there. I have like a photo shoot at the beginning of July that I have to have 2 pieces done for. And let's just say one of them, I don't even have the supplies in yet. So we're pushing it to the last minute here. Yeah, I think I've said this before, but I'm guesting at a convention at the end of July. So I will be, not as a VTuber, as a cosplayer. So I will be very much busy for the next few months. This is my busy season for cons. So even though I'm only going to 2, I'm like, it's my busy season. Like I'm doing more than 2, but I'm doing 2. And that's enough for me at this age. So yeah. But hi, Exception. I'm sorry, I'm talking and didn't let you.
Hi, I'm Exception. I'm here as well.
You're like, I'm here, damn it.
I'm here to provide support, assistance, fun voices, science lessons, and I don't know, other things.
Flavor text.
There's stuff.
Flavor text.
Flavor text. I'm the alt text. You hover over an image.
The alt text,
I'm the
yeah.
words you see.
Oh my gosh. I was gonna say, I was like, I was gonna put that like you were the prosecutor in my tweet before when I made my tweet a couple hours ago being like, we're playing more Ace Attorney. And then I was like, but do you have the spirit of a prosecutor or are you more of a spirit of like the detective?
I'm probably more the spirit of the detective. I like figuring out stuff.
I hope we do more detecting in this case. I know that they've now introduced another billion game mechanics.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the investigation ones. Those are cool too. I hope it's like both. Is there a case in this that's like a mix of everything?
I know it's been a while since you watched or played the original like Phoenix Wright games, but
yeah.
That is sort of the formula they build to. They'll like alternate between investigating and court cases, and usually it's the same one. It was very weird that case 2 of this game was investigation only. That is not normal.
Ah, okay. That's what I was wondering. Okay. Yeah, cause like I played the original game on like the very first game, right? On like DS, like way back in the day. Yeah. and the DS port, and I remembered there being like a little bit of investigation to it, but it certainly wasn't to the level of, like you said, an entire case of it. So
Right.
it wasn't, and it wasn't as, obviously, I mean, it was limited technology, it wasn't quite as dynamic, right? So,
Yeah. If you want a game that is like a lot more of a, you are investigating and then also people are doing like cross-examinations during the investigation, check out the Eighth Attorney Investigation series. They star hit prosecutor Miles Edgeworth as he goes about his day trying to buy groceries.
Me too, buddy. Me too. God, don't I know that feeling. I had to do this thing. I promise we'll start in just a second. I today had to place a pickup grocery order for a single item, and I felt really stupid. But like my schedule is just crazy this week that I'm not gonna have time to go into a store and buy something. I need to like have it ready to go when I get there so I can just run up, grab it, and leave. And I felt really dumb because for one single solitary item, I was just like, could have Amazoned this, but we didn't. Yep, that's all. It was cheaper. It was, okay, in my defense, there was a coupon for the store and not a coupon for Amazon, so we saved $4, and I'm all about saving $4, let me tell you. We are pinching those pennies. Okay, so we will, I guess, do we do load game or continue? I guess we
continue.
Continue?
Yeah, we continue.
Start
we gotta get to
from
case
your latest
4.
Save, right?
Yeah, but it like auto saves at the end, so it is.
See?
Yeah,
This is here.
Down one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the one.
All right.
The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro.
The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. And by the way, I'm saying it right now in front of God and chat and everybody. An exception. 10:30 p.m. This stream is going no longer than 3.5 hours. And maybe a tiny bit over if we're like a weird in the middle of a cross-examination or something. But like,
yeah, we can round to the nearest logical point.
We will stop logically before or after the 10:30 mark, because I am old and tired and I need sleep. Because last week freaking killed me. Because ooh, it's Wednesday. I have to go to the office tomorrow, so I have to get up at like 6. So
then there's no time to waste.
yeah, so here we go. It'll give us a nice little intro video this time, probably, right?
Yep.
Here we go, episode 4. Oh, I see some Holmesian.
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction,
Oh my goodness.
that there is more to this case than that which we have observed.
Isn't it? Sorry.
Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover.
Okay.
His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening.
Oh no, somebody died
To
again.
the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
They're not invisible, they're just not present at the time. Oh god, don't give me invisible. I'm gonna...
They got cloaking technology in
I-
steampunk London.
Oh, in our big clock room with the dude.
Our good old buddy, Dude Chivalrous.
Dude, chivalrous. Excuse me? Oh my god.
That's what we called them last time. It's what I called them last time.
I forgot. Look, that was a long time ago. It feels like a long time ago. All
It was
right.
2 weeks.
No. I'm just answering this question for her. No. Hold on, let me get a drink. Hold on, I'm not ready. I did not come to the stream prepared, clearly. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo? No, not at all. Me either, buddy. Me either. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious. I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night. What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Buria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. He just like, oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. You guys are used to futons, I'm so sorry. Except when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oh no.
Ooh, now there's somebody who would have liked to have saved $4 with a coupon.
Right? I'll give you $4, Ryunosuke. Poor guy. Oops, sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting. I just wandered in without thinking. Oh, honey, you are naive. I mean, we knew, but like...
Marketing is a very new invention.
Yeah.
We don't know how to counter it yet.
In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. Oh my gosh, really? I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. Aww. Ugh, I really am sorry. Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. Ugh, London is a scary place.
Ah, good morning to you at this early hour.
There him is. He looks like a Pokemon character. Like, truly. Truly, he looks like a Pokemon character. Sorry. That was such a random assertion there, but I've made it. Oh, yes! Well, why can't you talk to this man? He's not that intimidating.
He's a little intimidating. He's got a unicorn horn for a haircut.
That's true, he does. Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We've come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Susanoo-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart, which is still the best name.
Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices.
We did indeed pass the tutorial, yes, thank you. Oh, yes, it was very eye-opening, thank you. And in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end.
Yeah, I've already been apprised of events.
Oh no. Do we know events?
You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the tutorial path.
Yay, we passed the tutorial!
Woohoo!
Oh!
No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer.
That was, if only becoming a lawyer was actually that easy.
Just be good at being a lawyer and you can be a lawyer.
Just get good, I guess. Like...
Congratulations, Naruhodo. You are now good.
You got good.
My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land.
Everybody in this game is so racist!
All he said there was that it was far away, okay?
This is so condescending. But okay, I'll give him another chance. Thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now.
Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you.
Oh boy.
I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem.
Oh yeah, we slept. I mean, that's enough time between cases. Absolutely. Can we actually talk to the person this time? Another case already?
Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience.
God, that's terrifying.
I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I?
You know what? You just sensed the fact that I paid way too much for my hotel last night. That's all you're sensing.
Ah, then you should take this job and get paid, I imagine.
You think they'll pay us this time?
No.
Okay. That's fair. It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it.
What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for?
Justice? Those are the dots of justice. The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
Well, Lord Vancy, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
I don't think he meant that. He didn't mean that.
I think he meant it.
I don't know.
We did a good job.
We did,
We're
but
protagonists.
I don't know about this guy. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent.
Think we'll cross paths with him again?
Maybe.
Think we'll have to deal with his shenanigans another time? Find out the truth? That'd be nice.
Mr. Naruhodo, she's like, don't you say it.
You're ruining the job interview for a job you just successfully got.
Exactly. They're like, we will reconsider your appointment now. It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. Justice. And then the trial ended.
Well, you needn't let him trouble you for a second longer.
Oh, okay. Just like that, huh? Sorry?
Hey, look, he's got a unicorn horn for a haircut.
He sure does. He looks like a Pokemon character, 100%. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial.
That's what I thought was happening in that cutscene. Alas. Alas. What the fuck? No. What? Mr. McGilded is dead? With the birds in orange? He's dead in orange. That's the deadest you can get.
I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Timed enough to talk.
Okay, exposition man, let's go.
Let's exposit.
Ooh! Converse. I don't understand. What happened? How could he be dead?
By dying.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes, I'm glad you understand. After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom.
Oh, we recall that. Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of.
Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames.
No. How could such a thing have happened?
It caught on fire.
Fire. It just happens.
Yes, I'm glad you understand.
Fire happens.
That is being investigated as we speak.
Oh come on, Discord. Hold on, Discord's doing the thing. I'm gonna fix it.
No.
Here we go. Okay, I'll just keep fixing it every time. We keep fixing it.
Alrighty. The police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of McGilded.
That's awful.
The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere.
Or was shoved inside there, put inside there. That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. And how could that have happened?
That is also being investigated as we speak. We are doing a lot of investigating.
We are. Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilded did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus.
Well, I must be making tracks now.
All these flashbacks. Like this wasn't a week ago.
It's time for the inspection.
Sorry? What inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told.
Oh, he was set up so bad.
I asked if I could be present for it myself.
Or maybe he faked his death.
An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage.
Ho ho ho. But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about?
Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation.
I see. His cane looks kind of like a duck. Sorry, I'm done.
This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police.
Oh yeah, because the police did a great job.
Yeah, because that one bailiff did a real good job stopping this from happening.
Right, that bailiff was on top of things.
Heck,
Stopped a whole lot of stuff
we
from
can trust
happening.
everything to that bailiff.
Let's just have the bailiff investigate it. Poor Mr. McGilded. Alright, let's book the court. Hi, Risha!
Hey, Risha. So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was, wow.
It
We're
probably
really
was.
articulate. Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old. Wow, Susanoo-san has such a way with words. Better than you, sir. And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones. How did she just read our mind?
The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can.
Okay. Sure, why not? The most advanced in the world, is it? With great bailiffs. And a prosecutor that drinks on the job. Day drinks on the job.
Not really. I don't even know if he got to drink any of it. He just kept breaking the glasses.
He did keep breaking the glasses. You're so right.
That's how you do abstinence in heckin' British times.
He's like, if I just crush it, I won't drink it.
It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair.
That was simple? Oh my god. Simple? That was simple? My thoughts exactly.
As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose.
I don't like the implications. I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple. Dots. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Is something funny?
Yes. No, my apologies.
Oh, apparently not. Okay.
However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve.
I don't like it. It feels wrong. Feels bad, man.
And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree?
No. Well, I don't know about that.
I think I get where Strongheart's coming from here. Because, like, the entire, like, the thing you're told as a defense attorney in every single Ace Attorney game is believe your client.
Yeah.
So, taking a step of abstraction away from that, we've got the Lord Chief Justice in charge of assigning lawyers to stuff who believes in the lawyers who are doing that believing.
Okay.
He believes in the lawyers, he believes in the clients.
That's fair. I see where you're going with this. I do indeed see where you're going with this. Okay. I'm not sure I like him, but I feel like
I
he's
like
hiding
him.
something. I feel like he's hiding something. He knows something we don't know.
Think he can hide anything with those giant gears? The thing he's hiding
He
very
has-
poorly is that he's a big heckin' clockwork nerd.
He has a capelet. You can hide lots of things under a capelet.
That is true. It's probably more watches.
Oh my god. The humanity.
Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I have prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before. I set up a crime so that you could defend someone.
God, if only. What's going on? What was he going to say before? God, we're just moving on. It's fine. Could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned? Don't tell me. It's a murder, and the trial starts in 10 minutes.
Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment.
I don't believe you, but okay.
In fact, this case is completely different.
Okay, sure. Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind? I feel like when Ryunosuke thinks he's thinking, he's actually saying things out loud.
Yeah, like he's like mumbling a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he's doing that thing you do where you're thinking, but you're thinking by mumbling out loud and you don't realize it.
And
That's
everyone
kind of
around him is
Ryunosuke.
too perceptive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is to say, no one has died as yet.
As yet, okay.
We're planning to murder a witness later just to spice things up. And the trial will not be today. There is plenty of time to research the case thoroughly.
Research?
Your wish is granted. We get to investigate. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise.
Okay, Mr. Numbers.
You got a day.
So the trial's tomorrow then. Is everything all right? Oh, yes. I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was... Well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Oh,
I
not the
just made
self-doubt.
you one.
Not the self-doubt, no.
Ryunosuke's been beaten down by 3 consecutive cases of unsatisfying endings.
Yeah, I would be a little, I mean, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it too. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGilda's trial. Too bad.
Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case.
Oh god, here it comes.
Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense.
You're right. Oh,
If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome.
Okay. The most terrible end awaits the defendant.
Yes, that's right.
Ugh, here we go again. He's definitely saying these things out loud, 100%.
Your time is up. You will have to excuse me.
Oh, okay.
I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. I made sure I wound it well. You saw me wind it like 5 times in that cutscene alone.
All right.
There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits.
Oh, God. Is this timed? Please don't be timed. Excuse me. Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time.
And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, no.
There's something I should like to ask you.
Oh, no. Where's this going? Oh, what's that?
Yesterday, you remarked upon something interesting. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi.
Yeah, that's why I have his sword. Okay.
That. Inside 34 seconds.
Oh, well, Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world worked, so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing. Oh!
Another thing? Continue.
Yeah. On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important that I have to do.
Something very important. And what exactly would that be?
We don't know. He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it.
You're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion.
Oh, okay. Great. Love that for me.
Alright, now I'll never know the end of that conversation.
Right? Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Mr. Asogi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me. That's because you are not his bestie. You have to defeat him in verbal combat to become his bestie, and you did not.
I urge you to both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand.
Then why did you... That's fine.
He only allocated 34 seconds.
That's true.
I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to 4 for 4 on inspectors, detectives, etc. We had Hosanaga, we had Sholmes, we had an honorary mention to a person named Lestrade. And here's number 4.
Uh-oh, here we go. About to meet him.
He'll be able to apprise you of the details.
Is he holding potatoes?
He's holding a grudge.
Oh, okay. How long has he been there?
So, I wish you the best of luck and bid you farewell.
There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean?
Do you think when Lord Strongheart walks, he makes sure that his stride is in perfect 1 second intervals?
Oh, absolutely. There is no question.
I definitely think that he's very much a time nerd.
No question whatsoever. He can't stand not walking in step with people, but they're the problem, not him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yes, you're right. Here he is.
All right.
I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all.
Yeah,
Oh, hello! Oh my gosh. There we go. Discord, thank you.
We're about to talk to this guy for the first time. We don't know his name yet. I know his name yet because I know this game, but Ascella doesn't.
Yeah. I am spoiler free on the whole game.
Spoilers are banned.
So.
If you spoil, I'll ban you. I'm not even a mod and I'll ban you.
I'll make you a mod so you can ban people. I don't care.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Wednesday is mod exception day.
First on my list, Risha.
Oh, sheesh. Risha, what did you do?
Ban evasion.
Ban evasion.
You already banned Risha. You already banned Risha, and Risha's still around, so like that's ban evasion.
Right?
That's bannable.
Yeah, this is my favorite Ace Attorney game out of the like 2 that I've played, 3. So I am not well versed in the entirety of the franchise. In fact, I really want to after I finish this one at some point go back and play like the earlier games. Because several of them are on Steam, which is great. The game is going to spoil you in a couple of minutes here.
Hey, can you mod me real quick? I got to do something.
What are you doing?
I gotta lay down the law.
Behave.
Look, it's fine. It's fine. Let's just keep going.
Okay.
We gotta spoil ourselves via playing the game before chat can spoil us.
It's true. Here he comes. He has potatoes.
He moved.
He did move. He has potatoes. Like, okay, we don't need to examine that again. I guess we just examine him because we got nothing else.
The room is
here.
unchanged. Yeah, let's talk to Trenchcoat McGee over here.
Oh my God, he's eating potatoes. Let's go.
Hello, it's me, Trenchcoat McGee.
Trenchcoat McGee eating the same potato over and over. Oh no! Oh, I love this animation. Yeah,
they got the good budget on these animations.
Oh, I love this. I could just watch him for days. The potato, especially. Not him actually, just the potato.
Yeah, just the potatoes.
Could we trouble you?
What do you think?
Oh God, apparently not. Bye. Lovely weather, isn't it?
What's the weather got to do with anything?
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart.
Oh God, here he comes.
Some frippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hand, you know?
We tried. But Susato-san told me it was foolproof.
I'm a busy man, a very busy man.
Busy eating potatoes.
There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here to give the likes of you were talking to.
Oh wait, that's fish and chips. He's eating the fish.
Yeah.
He's eating the fish, not a potato.
Nah, that's a fried that's a fried fish.
It's a fried fish. I love fish and chips.
Yeah.
Ooh, now I want fish and chips. Maybe I'll get some tomorrow. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Oh man, it's fish and chips, man. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Can you imagine what the other officers there will be saying, Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the bigwigs these days. And all because of some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of.
That's your problem, not ours.
Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters.
The yard is not like 1 for 1, sir. There's no need to rip us apart as well. I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer. Uh-oh. Yes, we are in Great Britain as evident by the fish and chips. It's true. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Sir? It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? Oh my God, don't do it.
It is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine.
He treats women differently. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Unbelievable! How did she pull that off?
So, Lord Stronghart asked me to fill you in on the case.
Oh my god. I am just...
The name's Tobias Gregson, Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard.
Okay.
It's Gregson.
Gregson? Inspector Gregson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her?
It's Inspector Gregson! You know Inspector Gregson. He's Inspector Gregson. He's the fish and chips guy from Inspector Gregson's Adventure in
Fishland.
Yeah.
Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson? Oh, God.
That's right. I
There
go
she
about
is.
trying to solve all this fishy business.
He's eating a little more... Oh, okay. You're acting like you know this man, Miss Susato, but he's a London detective. Oh, I do know him. Very well, in fact. Very well? Oh my god. Yes, he features prominently in The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. I hope that was not the wrong thing to say. Oh, in that publication. What's it called again? Ranced Magazine? That's right! Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful, friendly rivalry. Oh no. Really? You rival the great Mr. Sholmes? That's incredible! Oh, now we have respect for Sholmes. Okay, we've changed our tune. Cool.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course, but he does come up with the goods from time to time.
I see. Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all the Scotland Yarders. Oh my god. Those were his own words. That's his highest praise.
Pretty high.
Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see.
That he is not. And thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now.
That's great, isn't it?
I have to admit that to start with, I was a little, well, flattered by all the attention.
Don't you get free fish and chips all the time?
Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof.
Well, that's wonderful.
No, it is not! There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street.
Okay, sorry, dude.
People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure.
Rumors? Are you quite sure?
He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head. Stuff like that.
Oh, poor guy. Gregson does not want to be perceived. Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you?
Like I said, they whisper, so I can't catch exactly what they're saying, but I know what folk are like.
Okay, alright.
I'm sure that's what they're saying. As sure as eggs is eggs.
Is eggs eggs? Like, let's be
Probably.
real here. What if an
I
egg is
think
not
it-
an egg?
Is this a bucket?
I get the feeling this detective could be very hard work.
Or is,
What does that
eggs.
mean? Oh dear. Perhaps the sudden rise to fame does change people.
like when you cook an egg.
Like an egg.
Anyway, I'm
alright.
the egg detective now.
Oh, you are an egg, apparently.
Don't call me an egg in public.
You're excellent.
I'm eggception, that's
You
the
are
joke.
Eggception, it's true. So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before.
Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, it couldn't be simpler.
Oh dear, that probably means that as far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated. I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right.
A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in hospital unconscious.
Ooh, rough. That's despicable. What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind? I suppose you would have finished whoever it was off with a Susato takedown, would you? That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo. Brace yourself, Ryunosuke. You've angered her now.
Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest.
Uh-oh, that doesn't bode well. So, there must have been something left at the scene that led you directly to the culprit? Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question?
Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one.
Sorry?
There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now.
Why? Why is it like this? Why? Why ever not?
Simple.
Simple?
The prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Barak Van Zeeks.
We've been there already. No!
Yes. Sounds like you've heard of him then.
I mean, we had weird gazes across a courtroom several minutes ago. Like, not a big deal, is it? Is it? Oh yes, we are very familiar with Lord Van Zeeks. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself. The Reaper of the Bailey. Why are we being so dramatic? He lost. Oh god. Lord Barak Van Zeeks, who we faced in court only yesterday. He's a busy man. Mr. McGilded told us about him before the trial, didn't he?
Flashback time.
Flashback. Wait, who is this?
I'm not sure. I think it's Susato or Ryunosuke.
Okay, sure.
Like this is I don't know.
That works for me.
Okay.
When Van Zeeks stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial lambs. And in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. This Reaper of the Bailey nickname. I suppose he's earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty. Is that it?
His name's Van Zeeks, not Von Karma, you chump.
Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty.
And what of it?
Oh, well, I think that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant.
Nah, you really don't have a clue, do you?
What do you mean? Oh, he put it in his pocket. He put his fish and chips in his pocket. We're getting real here.
What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead.
Oh my god. Ah.
Magnus McGill became a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames.
Yeah, great job, Scotland Yard.
So you can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you?
The fish fish and chips are going to be full of lint. What are you saying?
Look, if AV+EXC could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker.
Oh my god.
But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles. He works magic. Black magic.
I swear. Oh my god, it's back out of his pocket.
I'd have a good long think about that if I were you.
Are we really supposed to believe that? Solemn fish eating. Solemn fish eating. Okay.
Right, well, I filled you in as requested, and I'm very nearly out of chips.
All you've been eating is the fish!
So I'll be heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying out a few investigations there.
Oh, okay. It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place.
That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over there holding the cells... Oh, sorry. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself.
You've branded him a criminal already?
He's as good as shaking like a leaf in his cell he is. He'll give you a chuckle if nothing else.
Wow, that's kind of hateful.
He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way.
Inmate 53. Thank you.
Guy doesn't even have a name, just a number.
Right? Who does he think he is? So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say. Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yeah, everything? Literally? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage, too. But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny. So, if I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try. So I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help?
Renosuke is on the precipice of being a very broken man.
Oh no. Did you really think you had to ask? After all, I am your judicial assistant.
That he will never break.
Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes, let's go. Okay.
All right.
I guess we move. Nothing else to examine in here. Let's move
Yeah, there's
out.
just stuff. All right, we've got options now.
Ooh.
Do you want to go to the scene of the road first or the prison first?
Let's see. It probably doesn't change anything, whichever one you do first. So, let's go to the prison first.
All right. You get the inmate 53.
Inmate 53. We're about to go to an
Inmate
ad break in just a moment. Actually,
Ad break 53.
I'm gonna stop here and just run the ad real quick.
All right.
Yeah, while we're transitioning scenes here. So hold on, everybody. We're gonna go to an ad real quick, and we'll be right back. If it takes it forever to start the ad, but we'll be right back. There it goes.
Did it go?
It did.
Okay, so I don't have anything prepared this time.
Are you sure?
If I do like a whole thing on numbers, that'll take me like a long time. So I'm gonna stick in the space thing, but I'm gonna kind of like improv the subject matter on a ad break by ad break basis.
Okay.
The only thing I want to talk about here is a particular collection of units that you typically use in space. So the equation of gravity for how much force of gravity is done between two objects is proportional to some like funky gravitational constant of the universe and the mass of the two objects in question. So when you have a big object orbiting a small object, you can sort of take the big object mass and the gravitational constant, multiply them together to get some convenient number for the constant of doing gravity around that planet or other celestial object.
Okay.
But it's also a really inconvenient number. So, like, wouldn't it be easy if we could just pretend that that number is 1 for a little while? So, what scientists or like people doing math on orbits and stuff did is they made this convenient unit of measure for stuff to just sort of compare things to other things, and it's the I'll start with the regular one. The astronomical unit, which is a unit of length, like a kilometer or a mile or whatever you want to do. The astronomical unit is conceptually just the distance between the sun and the earth. So 1 AU is 1 distance from sun to earth. So the earth is 1 AU away from the sun. And other planets are obviously their own distances away from the sun. I don't have a convenient list in front of me real quick. But fortunately, Wikipedia does. Mars is 1.52 AUs. This is the average distance because these are obviously elliptical orbits. So you gotta fudge it a little bit just to get the average. Mm-hmm. Saturn is 9.5. Jupiter is 5.2. 1 light hour is about 7.2. The Kuiper belt, which is the second asteroid belt, like way out at like Pluto and stuff, is 30 AU away.
Wow.
Currently, Voyager 2, as of August 2023, according to Wikipedia, was 134 AUs away, and that's only getting larger. From the sun, not from the Earth. The Earth goes wibbly-wobbly across an orbit, so it gets closer and further away to Voyager 2 as it orbits. But on the trend is it's going further away.
That's cool.
A light year is about 63,000, which is almost 65,535, which is like a power of 2. That's fun.
All right. Thank you for this informative science corner.
Hey, you're welcome.
We're back.
Glad I could help. Welcome to the local prison cell 9. Get inmate 53.
Cell 9. We're just numbers today.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a 3.
Here we go. Oh boy. So these are British prison cells.
It's a stone.
Oh, they're ghastly. It feels just like a dungeon.
It probably used to be one.
Right? Yes. And having experienced it in Japan myself, it's time for the man. Oh God, Risha.
There's always some guy with you, Risha.
Right? Weirdo. I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls. The myth, the legend, I'm scared. Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse.
Don't worry, Risha. It's not Sholmes.
Apparently, our client is in this cell here.
Probably.
But it's so dark at the back there, I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like. Oh, God. Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see ya. Okay. Stop hiding at the back of the cell and show your face at once.
That Am I a cat as yet with no name? Calling me by a number, it's utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable. I refuse to answer.
I see.
And so, those of you wondering why the announcement that I made in the Int Online Discord server was just simply me being a cat as my announcement message, now you know, Quint. Because I know you were wondering. I saw your message. You were having questions. I don't even know if you're here. You're probably not. You don't care about court. Lark's here. Lark can forward my spite.
Your snark.
My snark.
Susato is shocked. Shocked, I say. Mr. Naruhodo, what do you think is going on here? I have no idea. But I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That tirade of complaints was in Japanese. Oh my god, what? Oh, this is some big time racism in effect, isn't it?
Yeah, they arrested him because he was racist.
They arrested him because they are racist.
Nah, because he's racist.
Excuse me, but...
Shh, quiet.
Okay. I am quieting.
This man also has the best animations in the entire game, just warning you.
He's wigging out. He's
a little high strung. They're all around hiding. You know they are.
Man, no wonder you got arrested. You're acting weird.
They're watching, listening. Even now I can sense it.
He's so blorbo.
He's pretty blorbo.
He looks like he's got crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Right. So, can I ask you?
There you are. You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost.
Oh my god. A ghost? I can't with this guy. Neither can Susato. She is like, We mean you no harm, prisoner-san. Are you Japanese by any chance? Zoom.
This is...
Uh-oh.
It's my wildest dreams!
I see.
Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's fine. We were just a little surprised, that's all.
Imagine it!
Oh my god, the teeth.
It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am, in a frightful fix in a foreign land!
Oh, now he's wibbly.
So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a... most monumentally moving moment!
Oh my god. Sir?
Introducing this guy.
Who could have guessed that this new client Lord Strongheart assigned to us would turn out to be a fellow Japanese?
What compassion my fellow countrymen show! To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student! Noble, nurturing, never-failing Nippon!
I'm losing it.
Man can dab.
Right?
Yeah.
A first-class lawyer! Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here. I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what's happened? Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example?
Yes, I can, I will! Can't stay sullen and silent!
I cannot with this guy.
Now, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure in the original Japanese, his outbursts of alliteration there are haikus.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm not quite sure I understand. Oh, wait, no, sorry.
It's me.
I thought
It's
that.
me.
Sorry,
I was just
sorry.
processing him speaking in haikus.
No, yeah, it's okay. I made a mistake.
I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy.
But also, you have to understand that a sentence starting with "I'm not quite sure I understand" is something he would totally start a sentence with.
Yeah. Yes, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I am a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba.
I am
A cat.
a visiting student sent here by our government. Notoriously named Natsume! Soseki Natsume.
Oh my god, it's Natsume Soseki. Guys, that's where the
Yes,
cat
it
is
is.
from. I want to die.
Yes, it is.
I had a feeling, but I didn't want to, like... I didn't want to think they would go that far, but they went that far.
They went that far.
They
This
went
is
there.
the Soseki Natsume.
That you don't understand that I have like a minor obsession with a couple of select Japanese authors, and he is one of them.
You should have suspected the moment he asked about being a cat.
I did suspect the moment he asked about being a cat. I just
Fantastic! You are on
I
top
just
of the situation.
I didn't believe it. I was like, what name are they gonna give him? Is he gonna be that? Is he gonna be Wagahai? Like, what are they gonna call him? Is it a funny name? Is it a serious name? They went for it. Ugh, okay.
A first in Ace Attorney history. They just have a real life person.
A real historical figure.
A real historical figure. Sholmes is close, but he's a fictional character.
Yeah.
But this is just some guy.
Just some guy.
This is a real person.
Some author. Well, at least we know he's gonna not die. I mean... Maybe?
You don't know that.
We don't know that. This is just the man. Okay, Risha, calm down. What if I present... Hold on. What if I present my armpit? Sorry, I'll stop. I'll stop.
No, you can. You're allowed to.
I'm fine. We'll talk. Alright. Soseki Natsume-san. What an unusual name.
Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku. It's something of a nom de plume.
Oh god, yeah. A nom de plume? You mean an alias? That's right, Naruhodo-san. Okay, thank you for that. Yes.
No, don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that.
Is it?
Probably.
And haiku. That really reminds me of home. Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student sent over here by the government?
Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English. First, I had to suffer that misery, and now this. It's beyond the pale.
Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here?
No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course.
Oh. Great answer.
But
But?
just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it. No.
What do you mean?
If they told me to study the English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable.
I see. I see. I see!
We see.
We see!
Only the other day I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper.
Oh.
Why Nice words on whitewashy. And he's got like 2 separate dabbing powers.
Right? He's dabbing to the left and dabbing to the right. You must be a man of great standing.
Oh, yes. So I'm often told.
And often like to be told, it seems. Alright, the accusation. Let's get into the meat.
Because there's no potatoes in Gregson's bag.
It's just meat. Just fish.
Well, I mean, there's the chips. There's the chips. That's
just
the
fish.
potato.
Just fish. He only eats
No, there's
fish.
the
Wait,
oh,
but then that would
yeah.
mean that there's only potato.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Soseki-san?
I didn't do it. I didn't commit that atrocious murder.
Okay. Good to know. Murder?
Oh, no, it's all right. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes.
Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? Oh god.
What? Hello?
Eh?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Wait, okay.
Did it
no,
blip? I'm sorry.
Hi.
Can
A
you see
technical
everything?
problem occurred, but I think everything's good now.
Everything looks fine on my end.
Okay. I didn't see anyone.
Okay, cool. Hold on, let me do this. There we go. What?
If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here?
He has a point. Oh dear. It seems this case is becoming rather complicated.
Why me? Why me? Why did the silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's the curse of London. It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient.
So Soseki-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker? It's vital that we find out more about the case. About the case.
Let's learn about the case. It was an accursed evening just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings.
Sure the bookshop. I can't talk. Let me try again. Sure the bookshop wasn't accursed too?
As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman, wearing a green overcoat she was. And just as I went to overtake her...
You can only see the silhouette, but you knew that the coat was green? Okay, that's weird.
Oh, they were walking towards each other.
That's
like,
true.
you saw the silhouette and then they came... She suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet.
How terrible!
I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish grim graveyard.
Slight exaggeration there, perhaps?
I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings.
That's not good.
Then they'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that.
Tell me, Soseki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours?
Don't be ridiculous! Do you think I know any of these fair-head English? And a young woman at that? I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people.
I see. A young woman unknown to Soseki-san. And at the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anybody pass you?
Regrettably. Apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul.
No one? Oh, great. So the victim was unknown to you, and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it? What conundrum? I mean... Conundrum.
A conundrum.
What do you mean, Susato-san? What's the conundrum? Well, if what Soseki-san has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says that he didn't know the victim, and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen.
I did.
But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit.
You!
You said it out loud. You said it out loud.
What did you just say?
You said it out loud. Nothing! I didn't say anything! Whoops, perhaps I thought that a little loudly. Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Soseki-san actually come to be arrested, exactly? Sorry? He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place? Oh yes, she's right. A conundrum indeed.
Quite a mystery we have on our hands.
It?
It was him. The cursed great detective. He led the police to me.
Sholmes, we need to have a word.
All the bad luck.
A cursed great detective? Could it be?
I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live. This holy land is so great greatness. Brash beastman, busybody, be gone! May you be cursed until the end of your days, Airlock Sholmes!
I knew it!
He's back to ruin our day.
Mr.
In an abstract, indirect way.
Mr. Sholmes? Oh, Hairlock Sholmes. Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure.
It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me, "This is the police, put the weapon down!" Yes, it was a thin sliver, yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon! Disgusting dietary discrimination devil! I better be winning more Oscars for this. My voice is getting destroyed.
Oh no! We'll be away from him in a minute, I promise.
Yeah, we gotta take a few steps away from the jail, though.
Right?
Find other people to talk to.
You clearly had a trying morning yesterday.
And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Airlock Sholmes!
It's actually just Hairlock Sholmes. He's English.
I've since found out that he's a famous name of detection here in London.
Yes, he is. Unfortunately. Yes, the great detective is really very well known.
And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. He thinks I'm a knife-wielding Batman, me this weak, stooped kitten of a man.
I wonder what great deduction process led him to his conclusion this time.
Just some absolute absurdity.
Right? Do you mean to say that Mr. Sholmes's deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable. More dots.
Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they botched their way in.
Of course you were. That's only natural.
I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Fiendish foreign flim-flammery!
Oh my god. Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English.
Good point, but my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes, I do, and I'm fine. The next thing I knew, I was in manacles, and before I knew it, I was thrown in here.
Oh boy. Oh dear. I'm afraid that's hardly surprising. I'm fine? He's not fine now.
Apollo Justice is not here. Mr. Naruhodo Esquire!
Esquire. Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, a simple mister is more than enough.
Oh, yes, all right. Yes, they've really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you?
I see. Well,
Why? Why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me?
well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself on a study tour.
A student?
Unfortunately. I have defended a case in the Old Bailey, only the one though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means. Sad music. Oh, Naruhodo-san. I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose.
Oof. But that homeband! That's the mark of a defense lawyer for our great empire!
Aww. It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend.
A keepsake?
Oh boy. Oh boy, we're saying all the wrong things.
I know exactly what they're saying about me.
The twitchy eye. I feel that. Oh, who do you mean?
The lawyers. All the British defense lawyers. They won't defend me.
Goodness. Why do you say that?
For the same reason as you noted before. When it happened, there was only the victim and myself around, and I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit.
It must be very hard for you, Soseki-san.
And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, someone not to be trusted. I heard them opening laughing at me before, in my earshot without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said. And of course the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say the man doesn't even understand half of what's being said anyway.
That's awful.
They're wrong! I've studied more English than half of the policemen out there on the street. I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue.
You gotta do it.
You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through.
Soseki-san, it's just that... Give me a little time, please.
Hmm?
I'll do what I can for the time being.
What do you mean?
We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
Oh my goodness. We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. Alright.
Well,
That's all we got. Let's move. Right? That's all we got.
yep, that's all we got.
Briar Road. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeehaw.
A bike is going through it over there.
Oh, dang, it's the 19th of February on Briar Road at the intersection between it and Strand Street.
Oh boy. Okay. So this is where it happened. Briar Road.
That's where we are.
Ah! Look, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, thank goodness Soseki isn't here anymore.
Take a break. Look at that regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. The men of Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak. That is their job, you know? But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes. They're often depicted in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, but I never dreamt I'd ever come this close. To a real Bobby's helmet. Oh my goodness. What? The helmet. Hee hee, of course. Oh my god. I have to try one on one day. Well, I hope your Hattie dream comes true. Oh look, it's the man.
What's the Japanese delegation doing here?
Okay, calm down, Gregson. Oh, Inspector Gregson.
That's right, it's me, Inspector Gregson. This isn't on the tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware.
Yes, of course. We're here to investigate.
So you've been to the holding cells then? What do you make of the criminal?
He's not a criminal, as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect.
You Japanese like to stick together, I see.
Sorry.
Well, do what you will. It doesn't bother me.
Discord did the thing
No,
again.
No, that's fine. I'm on top of it.
We're on top of it. I tried.
The bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion.
Okay. Ugh, the stone cold air of rejection.
So says I, Tobias Gregson. If anyone asks, Inspector Gregson was on the scene.
Take heart. London at this time of year is full of stone cold air. That makes it worse somehow.
All right, Griggy boy. What do you got to say about yourself? How are those fish and chips eating?
Why are you still eating fish and chips? Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about it in The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, I've been fascinated by the place.
The Yard is the most sophisticated policing organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am.
Oh, and you know, I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make them look the part. Seeing that policeman there with his helmet on. You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty of protecting the city. Oh yes! Doesn't he look wonderful? We are missing the point entirely.
Being a London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you.
Oh really?
First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes round and round with all the laborers on his beat so they can get off to work.
Hi, Spud!
Spud!
Hello! Welcome!
Objection sustained.
Amazing.
Hello.
Hold on, I got a sound clip for that. Amazing. There we go.
What?
What? He wakes people up?
Yep. Raps on their windows with a long pole. Did it myself, going back a bit.
I had no idea.
Bobby works for the people of the town. Just another one of his duties. After that, he starts tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's the regulation distance.
Yes, he has fish and chips because we are in Great Britain, and that's how you know that we are there, is because he has fish and chips.
That's the
We've
way you
established this
know.
already. That's how you know. He's only eating the fish, though.
He just likes it. He needs some protein. He needs
But
some
like,
fried
how many fish have died for Gregson's like unending hunger?
He's just a hungry guy.
I guess so.
He needs the calories. He's walking out in the freezing
20
air
miles
solving
a
crimes.
day, no less.
Probably gets the fish from all the fishy business he investigates.
That's true. You're so right. I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way. Let me see. Oh, great. 20 miles. That's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama. On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far. The puns.
And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps.
I know, I want fish and chips so bad now because of this. It's driving me nuts. Oh my. And I suppose in between all of these duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well. And chase after criminals trying to evade the law.
I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly, more alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time.
Oh no.
I've accidentally made Gregson sound too cool. I gotta rein in the voice.
I'd always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart that I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo.
What do you mean?
Because she wants
can't just
us to
trade
walk 20
dreams like that.
miles.
You can't just trade dreams like that. That's not how dreams work.
It worked with Kazuma. I mean, he died, and now we have his dream.
Actually,
so
you
we're
are
just-
totally correct.
we're just
I've been
We're a sponge.
your dream collector. You're a dream catcher.
Yeah, we're a sponge, though. We're just collecting, absorbing the dreams of those around us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do.
Hey.
Zing. About the case.
It happened at around 5 in the evening, 2 days ago. Just there on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind.
Is it right that the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she is being treated in the hospital.
I never said she was a lady.
Eh?
Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all.
Yikes. I suppose that means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course. Back in the pocket.
Here's a map of the local area I happen to have on me. You can take it if you want.
Really? Are you sure? Map added to evidence. Court record, let's
It's the odd policy to give lawyer, defendant, suspects the odd bit of information to go on.
I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. The local map has been entered into the court record. Let's go.
Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else in the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it, do you think? Not much of a head-scratcher, is it?
Well, I know Mr. Natsume is also claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present.
I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we most certainly can be sure.
How?
Because I said so. I'm Tobias Gregson. 'Cause, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed.
What?
We have two very reliable witnesses, no less.
That I get to cross-examine and call wrong. Ah!
It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them.
There were witnesses now?
Yeah, get witnessed.
Ooh, witnesses. Who are these witnesses, Inspector?
Fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable and respected citizens in all of London. He's a copper from Scotland Yard.
Oh dear. Ah. A policeman. That might change things. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked?
Nothing peculiar about that, ma'am. Part and parcel for being a Bobby. Catching them banging the act and all that.
Do you think it might be possible for us to ask that policeman a few questions?
Be my guest. You can ask him what you like. In court tomorrow.
Oh.
I've no doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. So that'll give you something to look forward to.
That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. A policeman witnessed the incident, whatever. It's hard. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you that this could make our job very difficult indeed.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector.
What?
The person who led you to the suspect. I hear that was Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Fish back in the pocket.
What are you bringing him up for?
Well, because we know he's an unreliable person.
Oh, you think I know? Tobias Gregson.
Was it something I said? The color is drained from his cheeks. Do I ask about Mr. Sholmes first? I guess I will. What are you dotting for, sir?
Who did you hear that name from?
Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsume who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure it was the result of one of Mr. Sholmes' inspirational great deductions.
Fiddle faddle.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah!
The man's an amateur, and I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere.
Uh-oh. Oh.
I don't know where he gets his information from, but he turns up at the scene of the crime, wanders around spouting incomprehensible rubbish, and before you know it, he claims to have solved the case in orange.
In orange?
In orange!
My God, not in orange! In orange. Shaking my head. Yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he? He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he?
Gibble gabble!
Gibble gabble.
Gibble gabble!
Ah, she says again.
Ever seen this before?
Yes, we talked about it earlier, sir. Oh, yes, that's Ranced Magazine. The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Herlock Sholmes appears.
Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in its stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, it's a misadventure to be included in any Herlock Sholmes tale at all.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I suppose there is an element of that.
We work our socks off, every one of us, only to be frumped by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's as dangerous to us at Scotland Yard as he is to all our criminals.
That can't really be true, can it, Inspector?
Sure it can. I'm Inspector Gregson, I say so.
Right? Clearly the great detective and the police have a complex relationship.
I like to pretend Inspector Gregson just keeps reminding people that he's Inspector Gregson.
He doesn't let anybody forget.
Yeah, because he's got to make sure everyone's got to know Inspector Gregson was there. That twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. Are you going to defend him or not?
Whoop, there's my mouse. I lost my mouse. Well,
Makes no difference to me, but I will just say this.
say it.
No London lawyer worth his salt would touch the case with a barge pole.
With a barge pole, even.
Pole for a barge!
Dang. Because the prosecution is being handled by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean?
There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It is all a bit strange, though.
Sorry?
The Reaper, he hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now.
Until like yesterday. Yes, we did hear something to that effect.
And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum. The master criminals, the violent ones.
Master criminals? The violent ones?
Those are the two things I said. That's right. He handpicks the victims, only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins.
But Mr. Natsume wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely.
That's just my point, Sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So this isn't the sort of case I'd be expecting the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase.
Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it?
No, there's got to be more to it. Some reason he's taken an interest.
Exactly. What is it? Really? What sort of reason, Inspector?
You think I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness?
Lord of Darkness. Lord of Darkness.
In orange.
In orange.
You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial.
Are we really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness in orange, as he put
Sure
it.
you will.
Well, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective. I guess it's about time to examine the Okay. Mr. Naruhodo, can I make... I've forgotten how to speak.
I forgive you.
Can I... Oh, Discord, please.
Words
hard. Words are so hard. Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion? Oh, yes. What is it? Well, it seems to me that we must speak with him about this. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Exactly.
Oh,
Here we
boy.
Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Natsume did blame Mr. Sholmes for all of this, didn't he? Yes, he did. He really did. Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah, I believe you. I totally believe you. Absolutely, 100%, without fail.
You are 100% believed right now, Susato.
Yeah, Susato. What you got going on over there? Like,
A whole bunch of belief,
yeah,
a lot of trust, a lot of faith I have
yeah.
that you are saying correct statements. True, sincere, honest statements about the things you are mentioning.
I believe in her.
I do too.
Definitely.
Yep.
The trouble is, we have no idea if the man's address. It's Baker Street.
It's Baker Street.
How do you know that? It's in the stories, of course. We're gonna go there and it's gonna be somebody else's freaking house.
He got doxxed on Ranced.
He got doxxed! He did! He doxed himself, pretty much. Like, frankly.
No, he has a biographer. The biographer doxed him.
Okay, that's fair, but you choose your biographer, really.
Watson doxed him.
Yeah. Excuse me, that's,
Wilson, sorry.
Isn't it Wilson? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Wilson here in this universe.
Wilson in this one. But okay, sure. 221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world.
At the time.
Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose.
What do you think the most famous address in the world is now?
I don't know that I know any famous addresses, so to me this would still be the most famous address. But there's a lot of people out there that would probably disagree, but I don't know what they would counter with. Like, is that like, oh no, I can't say that, I'm gonna prove my age. I'm gonna show my age if I answer that. I'm trying to even think of another single individual.
The only one that I could possibly think of the counter is a fictional address, but I mean, so is Sholmes. Like, it's 742 Evergreen Terrace.
I don't know that one.
The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah, that's why I don't know that one. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Is there any other? What do you guys think? Is there a famous address? Put it in the chat. Put your famous address in the chat. Not your address. Your famous address of choice.
Help dox somebody.
Docs a fictional up. Ad starts in 5 minutes. Thank you for actually warning me this time about the ad
That was
break.
a very helpful warning.
If we transition out of this scene, then we will run the ads early.
Yeah.
We'd better try to find our way there before Susanoo-san gets any more excited and unpredictable.
So violent.
Hurrah! I'll summon a carriage. We didn't even get to inspect the scene. Cool.
Yeah, no.
So we're to have a reunion already with the great detective. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What oh?
The sound went.
Did it? Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Oh no. It's doing it to both Discord and the game. Ah! I'll fix it.
No.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to options. Save. It does this, guys. It does this.
Honestly,
We've got an
convenient
ad.
timing. We were about to have an ad break.
We're gonna go to an ad while I fix this. BRB!
Yeah! Oh, frick, I didn't prepare.
Be here. Yay!
Looking pretty there.
You missed the opportunity for a good joke. I'm sorry, what happened? Non-de-plume, thank you.
Non-de-plume.
All right, we'll examine the area for just a moment.
Okie dokie.
Got nothing else to say to you, man. Snowman. We can examine the snowman. Hee hee, what a delightful snowman. Okay. I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. It looks a little creepy though. Oh, it has a scarf, look! You'd need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one. I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment, too. We certainly can't afford a scarf. Surely the snowman here wouldn't miss his. Wow. But the person who made the snowman certainly would. Yes, I know. You're right. Anyway, even if I borrowed it, it wouldn't do much to warm my neck, would it? It's covered in snow. Alright, we've examined the snowman. Congratulations.
Alright.
Oh, that's a Scotland Yard carriage! Okay. They use vehicles like that to rush to crime scenes and cart away criminals. Okay. You're very well informed, aren't you? It's long been a dream of mine to ride one of those through the streets of London. Well, just pick up a stone and throw it through one of the windows then.
Yeah, just be a criminal. Get carted away.
We can't turn Susato to a life of crime.
We could.
Could we?
We could. Maybe.
Maybe?
I don't know. Susato might just throw the wrong person. Get some grievances.
For her sake, let's not do that.
True.
There we go. But that would mean being arrested in order to ride it. Wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone. No, I wasn't serious. Oh my god. We're cutting up around here. Horse. Bum 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 bum. Crime scene. This patch of pavement must be where the incident occurred. Yes, it's a very wide, open space, isn't it? That's true. I can't see anywhere an attacker could have been hiding. Sir?
You know, I'll be this one. Boy, what are you foreigners doing here?
Okay.
Conspiring with that mustache fella from Japan, are you?
Okay. All right. Conspiring?
Come here to destroy evidence, have you? Get out of here before I give you an Iden. Go on. Iden?
Iden?
Iden.
He shoot us away like rats.
He's gonna give us an Iden.
Yes, we should give him a wide berth, I think. What a disappointing experience. Alright, that's all we got. Oh wait, we can kind of pan to the side. Oh, there's more over here.
Yeah, there's a crystal tower in the distance.
There's a noon here. There are piles of snow on the pavement here and there, but the road itself is covered in carriage tracks. It seems carriages often travel down Briar Road. It soon disperses all the snow. I slipped over when I was walking down the pavement earlier. It seems like it would be far safer to walk on the road instead. Oh, but you're rather small, Mr. Naruhodo, and dressed all in black. Wow. I worry coachman might not see you, and you could be flattened by horses. Well, thank you for the rather small concern. Oh my god. Here's a house. Oh, look at the windows of that building there. Are you sure they're windows? Yes, but they're all filled in with bricks. Oh, you're right. I wonder why. Perhaps it's an empty property where nobody lives at the moment. There's smoke coming from the chimneys, though. Oh dear, everything still feels very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place. Oh, notices. That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history. Well, time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. In fact, it looks in decidedly worse shape than the other houses around here. We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves as soon as possible. This is our new home. Cool. Yes, you're right. Cheap, but ideally with reasonably level floors.
As a bonus.
As a bonus. Bicycle?
As a bonus.
Oh, a British bicycle. Look! Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore. Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling. It seems bicycles have become extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well. The bicycle fad won't last. Okay. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. Goodness, do you dislike bicycles? This is some trivia. No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation that involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you've ever tried walking on stilts and fallen into a river, I know you'd agree with me. That sounds like the voice of experience. We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around.
Well,
Wait, we've done it. We've done the whole street.
cool.
Wait.
All right.
Oh, no. Hold on. The clouds look so big and heavy in the sky, don't they? And with the dense fog as well, everything looks hazy. Well, it is known as Foggy London Town. I can just make out some sort of spire through the fog. It looks like it's still being built, though. Aha, yes! That must be the Crystal Tower being built for the great exhibition that's to open in 6 months' time. Apparently, it's going to be very striking, glazed on all sides, and the symbolic centerpiece of the exhibition. It's to be the largest exposition in history, isn't it? I can't even begin to imagine it.
They're gonna exhibit so much stuff.
We have done the
All
thing. Okay.
Let's
Cool.
go before you accidentally
Now-
find another thing to look at.
Hit back. That's not very nice. All right.
No.
Move. A new
A
location.
new location.
Oh! Can we really visit? Oh, you're cute. Off to the show.
We go.
Oh, we got a cutscene! I'm worried.
They got pawnbrokers in this part of town.
Thank you very much. It's just up there overlooking the street. Good day. Thanks again. This is it. The residence of Mr. Herlock Shores.
This is silly. This little pinwheel. Time to go harass Herlock Sholmes. Sholmes
We
is
made it.
sweet. He has a foot.
We made it.
He has a shoe on his mantle and a shoe
does.
on his shelf and a knife in the wall
Yep.
and some playing cards on the wall. Is this man okay?
Probably.
So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. Is it as described in the stories, Miss Susato? Oh, she's overwhelmed. Susato-san? Many, many famous cases have been solved here in this very room. Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes. I've never read the stories, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. The detective chases the villain relentlessly as he disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism. Can't you feel your heart thumping in your chest? No. Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? No. Oh, I suppose it can, yes. It's fine. So, if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer.
Oh.
Please don't mind me. Ha, she's obsessed. That she is. That she is. Well, it looks like our detective friend isn't home at present, but we're standing in his house anyway. Great, good for us. Excuse me, is anybody home? Who is this? Oh no. Is this me? Is this you? Uh-oh. I do believe I have lost exception. Oh no.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Is this me? Is this you? Who is this?
It's not me, that's for sure.
Okay, I guess it will be me. Oh, do we have a visitor? I have no idea what kind of voice to use for this. Ah, it's her!
Look who it is. Look who it is.
Hello! Is it a big new case for Mr. Sholmes?
Look who it is.
Hello? It you. Wait. Aren't you? Oh, how rude of me. I'll go and make some tea at once. Why does her pigtails look like scorpion tails?
What?
They look like scorpion tails!
Okay, I need to see it again when she gets back with the tea.
Yeah. I'm sure it's the same girl. Miss Susato, did you see the girl who was just here? Oh yes. Isn't it truly extraordinary? Oh my god. To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case. The King of Bavaria? King Wilhelm Gottsreich Sigismund von Ormstein, of course. Okay. Sure. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventures of Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there. The tea's brewed.
Oh, okay. I kind of see it. Yeah.
Yeah, they look like scorpion tails on the end. And I have a freshly baked cake as well. Ah, it's you. I knew it. Susato-san recognizes her too. Flashback to the courtroom. Ah, there you are. And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilded's trial in the defendant's antechamber. I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before, except that you met me yesterday. Oh my god, look at her little backpack with the little bunny and the little mouse. That's cute. Poor you, having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London. Oh, yes, it was challenging. Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know. Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color? Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow flavor. Hooray, it's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted after your long voyage here, and you have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're to defend a Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck. Did Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance? Oh, you know Hurley, do you? Hurley? Mr. Sholmes to you, surely. Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Was he really? Well, I had no idea. I'm afraid Hurley's out on an errand again today, even though he's just returned from overseas. We're busy. Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that.
True.
How on earth does she know so much about us? Deduction, sir! Did she, you're saying this out loud, did she deduce all those things, do you think? And perhaps more to the point, why is she here in Mr. Sholmes' suite? Oh, silly me. I haven't introduced myself, have I? Oh, she's cute. It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. I live here together with Hurley.
So,
That's Wilson. That's Wilson. Great.
definitely a Wilson.
At least one Wilson. We have uncovered at least one Wilson. Ah, Iris, is it? What a lovely name. What? What's the matter? No, wait, this can't be. Did you say that your name is Wilson? What's the matter with Susato-san? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden? Yes, that's right. And what are your names? Oh, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a lawyer from Japan. Now we say we're a lawyer.
Yeah, because Strongheart said so.
Exactly. Oh, sorry. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. It's wonderful to meet you. Lovely. Susie and Runo. Oh my god. Got it.
All right, I can finally start calling Ryunosuke Runo now. I've been holding back.
Susie? And Runo. There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions for her, I don't know where to start. Yes, and so do I. Can we stop reading my mind and or saying things out loud? It's just gotten progressively worse as things have gone along. I guess we're
It's
conversing
Iris.
with her. Let's go. Iris.
It's Iris.
Hi, Iris. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey. Yes, that's right. You were ever so helpful. Thank you so much.
For what?
Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. Though at the time, we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. No, not the guns. Like this? Ugh. Ah, thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you? Oh yes, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade. Oh, Ginny? Yes, she's a professional pickpocket. We knew that. So we found out. It was very naughty of her to pinch my invention like that. Are you referring to that trial-disrupting gun-like contraption? Exactly. So I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about fitting a self-destruct mechanism in my in my inventions. This girl is dangerous. Anyway, I brought Ginny back here after that, so she could apologize to my trusty technician. Sorry, your technician. Hurley, of course, silly. Hurley. Yes, Herlock Schultz. We live here together. I had no idea the great detective had such an interesting young daughter. daughter? Not likely. What? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? Good point.
Yeah.
Well then, what is your relationship with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I expect you found out that lodgings of any kind in London are very expensive. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate. Your roommates?
They were roommates.
They were roommates. I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10 at last this year. Oh my goodness. Well, what of your mother and father? Oh no, they're not around. Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. Don't be rude. I'm reading this entire scene by myself. It's great. Oh yes, there's something I must ask you.
I get a break.
Of course, of course. Go ahead, Susie. I am a very great fan of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes and... Oh, you have a copy of Ranced magazine. Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is so exciting! My stories are being read on the other side of the world. My stories?
Oh,
She is
the truth.
Wilson. That's right. Hurley is always solving such amazing cases, you see, and he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? Goodness.
The plot thickens.
Last night, he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship, traveling from a faraway land. So I was just in the middle of typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came. So you are the author. Yes, I'll let you in on a secret if you like. I'm going to call the latest adventure The Speckled Band. The Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar. Of course, I always change one or two details in the stories, here and there. This time, I had the idea of making a venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Sholmes' first thought as well, actually. Yes, and of course, I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of the case exactly, but... It's a story! Some poetic license is justified to make it more thrilling, I think. Don't you? So,
All right. We got knowledge. We've understand the truth of everything now.
right? It's the embellishment, Your Honor.
Yep. Man.
Water. Sorry. Voice is dying.
Hydration is important.
Voice is dying. So, do you mean to say, are the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Ranced magazine all written by me? Yes, on my wonderful and very modern typewriter.
It's so modern.
But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. Susano-san's getting more and more worked up. Ah, yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. In orange, right? But what about the doctor of medicine part? That's all true too. I am a doctor of medicine. No, at 10 years old? At 10 years old. It's Doogie Howser. Well, that's quite incredible. But Dr. Wilson is an English gentleman. Ah, yes. did alter the settings slightly for the stories to be more compelling.
In orange.
In orange.
Orange settings.
Susato says, oh, for the 50th time. Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? A great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow.
Fair.
What about that one, Susato?
Okay, then who's Wilson from case 1?
Who knows? He's dead. He's dead. Who cares? He's gone. I suppose it does, yes. Poor Susato-san. She looks like her whole world is just falling apart. Oh my god, your deductions just now. About before. Yes, yes? What's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me. How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London, I mean? Yes. Oh, and that we have a difficult trial tomorrow. How did you know all of that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, tell us how you did it. Explain every detail. Of course, I'd be delighted. Although, there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. Iris Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. God.
I don't even get the Sholmes during this. Come on.
First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Runo. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defendant's antechamber. But you also said that we'd only just arrived in London. How did you know that? I observed a passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Oh. So I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that particular prosecutor, telling me you were unaware of London's court affairs. Damn. The Reaper of the Bailey. I walked right into that one, didn't I? Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with a suspect, weren't you? Earlier today. Ah! They use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, you see. I didn't realize. And a red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So, that told me that even though you had only yesterday concluded the trial of Magnus McGilded, the two of you had already had cause to visit a foreign inmate at a local prison. However, neither of you was wearing a particularly sad expression on your face. So I concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. That led me to believe that you must have accepted a new case. Yeah, I see. But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case. It obviously amused him. He told me that he'd caught a Japanese man who was bawling and trembling. A Japanese man? Well, clearly that must have been Mr. Natsume. Now, Runo has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both come from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught. And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to. You both came here to ask Hurley about the case.
She's good.
She's pretty good. There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be tomorrow. Hurley is always stabbing his notes with a... Okay. With a knife, you see. He is silly.
He is pretty silly.
He is silly. And that's all there was to it, really. Thank you for listening. I'm Iris Wilson, and that was one of my great deductions. She's better than Sholmes. Let's be real. Let's be real. Well, was it a winner? Were my deductions correct? They were spot on. That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction. You even managed the certain something of Mr. Sholmes' delivery. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that. This is really very good news. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please? Another dialogue option. Let's go. More of me to hurt myself with reading. Cool.
Woohoo!
So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended a Japanese man, you were saying? Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after his sea voyage. But the police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene. Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems. Apparently a woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There were witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking, stooped man running away from the scene. A short, shifty-looking, stooped man. Mr. Natsume, beyond any doubt. Soseki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems there were witnesses after all. Hurley used his great deductive powers to determine the man's address. It was a lodging room very nearby. He went directly there with the police, and what did they find? A short, shifty-looking, stooped man shivering in fear. Mr. Sholmes' great deductions certainly hit the mark that time.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Of course it did. He's a great detective.
Tragically, he is good at his job.
Sometimes he's really good at what he do.
Yeah.
Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow is too soon for the trial, isn't it? Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Hurley says that London is rife with crime. Oh. Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently. Oh dear, I hadn't realized the situation was so dire. That's why they can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases and trying the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. Wow.
What a great system.
That's a terrible system.
Wonderful,
Yeah, that's
what
terrible.
a wonderful, fantastic system that is good and stable for the world and people.
Yes. Justice? Question mark.
Once again, justice is a big question mark in this game.
It is a big question mark.
We have not delivered a justice once.
I know, right? It's just been, like you said, it's not satisfying any of the times. I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. Is it really great if this is what's happening? I suppose it is. But in that case, I don't hold out much hope for Soseki-san. Thank you for answering so many of our questions, Iris. This has been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun. Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about this case as well. Well, I expect Hurley is still investigating the scene. We were just there. Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, you mean? Yes, Mr. Natsume? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. Okay.
Oh, we gotta find his house.
If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there.
Guess we better leave now in order to catch him there.
I guess so. Iris, do you know where those lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there? Unfortunately, yes, we did.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
He's busy with his fish and chips. Leave him alone.
True.
Yes, we know Inspector Gregson. Ah, goody! In that case, give Gregsy this from me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know. What is this? A 5-shilling piece and a postcard, it seems. Iris's postcard, okay.
A bribe.
It reads, "Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem." Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it? Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. A whole bribe. Nicely done, everyone. Good luck, then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll be making more special blends of tea, so come back again soon.
Woo.
We'd be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. You've changed your tune, Susato. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime.
We're just shuffling all over London. Oh.
Sure are. So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the men of Scotland Yard at all. We headed back to the scene with Iris's curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand.
Hey!
We got a to be continued! Oh my god, if
We
I
got
stop
a
here,
whole
will anyone hate me?
I
My voice is shot. This is why I don't have a high voice to begin with. Oh my god. I'm thinking. There's absolutely no way we'll get through another part in like 20 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yeah, no.
Shoot. Is there a shenanigans adventure case thing associated with this one? Hold on.
Yeah. This one has associated shenanigans.
Okay, let's go to G. Options. Back to title. We saved. We're going back to title. Don't save. Right, we saved, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, paranoia. We save again. And then
All right. Welcome to the middle of the street.
middle of the street again. Okay, special contents, right?
What? Why?
The escapades.
We have not unlocked another one yet.
Oh, we haven't?
We have not.
Oh. Okay. Cool. We go back. Thought maybe we'd unlocked another one. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Understandable, but tragically, no.
We have not. Okay, well, I am unfortunately... Oh, gosh, I hate... I'm thinking. Because I feel like we got nothing done, but that's okay. Like, it's the beginning of the case.
Yeah.
But I also we're not gonna be streaming next week.
Yeah, I'm a little sad about that.
I'm sorry. I'm taking
It's okay.
the
You're
week
doing good
off
stuff.
next week to do some stuff, and then we'll be back the week after. We're gonna be on Tuesday, next on the 25th, right? The 25th?
Yeah.
We should be streaming on the 25th, but I have to take the 19th off because I will be out of town. Because it's a day I have off and I gotta go do some stuff. So I'm gonna run and do it real quick while I'm off on a weekday. Gosh. Okay. I'm gonna behave and call it there. Let's see. Any announcements from you? Got anything exciting going on this week?
No. I would have. There have been disruptions to the normal operating procedures of things.
Understandable. That does happen.
So we're trying to rebuild everything. But it's mostly business as usual. Things have stabilized enough. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow.
Good. We'll try
So
to catch
look
you
forward to
tomorrow.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I will not be back until the 24th. So,
Oof.
yeah, it feels like a really long break, but
I'll
guess
try
it
and
is a
pick
long
up the
break.
slack while you're gone.
I got plenty to do in the meantime. If I do anything, make sure to join the Discord, because if I do anything that is like cosplay work that's just me by myself, I'll probably be in the voice chat. So anybody is welcome to join and hang out when I do that. If you don't mind hearing my sewing machine. So, or me cussing at patterns. That's a normal behavior. Gosh. But we got to it to be continued, so I'm calling it a victory.
Yeah.
It's a victory. We're about to get back to Sholmes, and we'll just head off with a bang with Sholmes next time.
Yeah.
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 It'll be exciting.
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. Let me see if I can find somebody to raid. Don't make weird noises. Don't make weird noises, Twitch. Don't make weird noises. Shh. Shh. There we go. Boop, 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 boop,
I will also look. I mean, there's church streaming right now. Wait, oh, actually, there's a lot of people streaming that we know. Nikini's streaming. Joey's streaming. A lot of people streaming.
Glory Nikini. Let's go. I love me some Final Fantasy. Alright. We shall do the raid business and we'll raid on over to Nikini, who's playing Final Fantasy 14. What is he doing right now? Leveling up some stuff. Okay. Leveling up, getting ready for the new words. The new, expansion. That's the word I'm looking for that's about to drop in Final Fantasy. Cool. All right, everybody. Well, exception, thank you for being here. I'm sorry it was kind of a shorter stream this time, but I appreciate it.
No, it's
so
fine.
much.
It's fine. I understand. We're trying to balance everything.
Wait, did Nikini just go offline?
What?
No, don't go offline.
No, come what?
Nikini just went offline!
No.
No! Okay, we'll rate somebody else. Son of a biscuit. Who else do I
dang
know
it.
is streaming? Back to Twitch.
There's Church. There's Joey.
I've rated Church and Joey recently.
Okay.
Let me see if there's anybody I haven't rated recently. Try to. Ah, it's talking. Why are you talking? What is she doing? Like tarot? Okay. Let's raid my friend Zing. We're gonna raid Zing.
Okie.
You're playing some sort of vampire game that we will find out shortly. What this is all about. Let's check it out. Okay. All right. We're going to head on over. But thank you guys for being here. Have a wonderful night, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Farewell.